Hey everyone, it's Megan here. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Thrive 1010 and share a little bit about the programs that we have and the pathway to thriving that we have. I want to first talk a little bit about Ruth's Boutique. So Ruth's Boutique is the first step in our pathway. And with Thrive 1010, any of these pieces can come into play. So just because someone takes part in Ruth's Boutique doesn't mean that they have to take part in some of the others, but they do play together well. So Ruth's Boutique started as Girard First United Methodist Church had a wonderful ministry called Ruth's Boutique. And what they did was one of the former staff members here had a heart for women, and she really wanted to provide hygiene supplies for women because she had read that women were missing work and school because they didn't have access to tampons and pads. And she wanted to do something about that. So she rallied some women together and they built out a program called Ruth's Boutique. Would get together once a month and would provide those hygiene supplies as well as things like purses and jewelry and those kind of things, because they wanted to make it like a boutique environment that was inviting and helpful, not only helping with the needs, but also with some of the things that are fun to have. Within all of that, they also provided coffee and pastries and made it very relational so that people felt as though we were able to connect with other individuals. Of course, the pandemic happened, and though Ruth's Boutique continued, they had to modify how they did things. And when it was time to come back to live, we were looking at other ways to maybe expand that out. And so what happened was we wanted to build out a way for Thrive 1010 to be born to help not only increase the reach of Ruth's Boutique, but also to maybe add in some other things that might be helpful to individuals. So Thrive 1010 took over Ruth's Boutique in 2021, but we work so closely with Girard First United Methodist Church. We are housed within Girard First United Methodist Church. Though they are separate entities, they work so closely together, and one is only made better by the other. And so when Thrive 1010 took over the Ruth's Boutique program, we made it into Ruth's Boutique Lunch and Learn, which now meets on the first Saturday of every single month from 10:30 to 12. And what happens on those days is pretty miraculous. We have some amazing volunteers that come out every single month. They're dedicated and they're wonderful. And they come out and they make sure that the boutique is stocked, because now we serve the whole family. We have things for women, still continuing to serve those wonderful things that began at the roots. Also adding in supplies, hygiene supplies for men and for children. We now are a part of the National Diaper Bank Network, which is a part of Project MKC locally. We provide pet food so that even the smallest member of the family is taken care of. The reason why we do that is we want to make sure that very basic needs are met. So when it's time to begin talking about the bigger things in life, we have already been able to meet that need. The cool thing about Ruth's Boutique is that we have a lunch, we have someone come in and speak. So we've had all kinds of different speakers. We've had anything from the pastor at Girard First United Methodist Church come and speak. We've also had the Mahoning Valley Mobile Market we've had come. We have had a psychiatrist come and talk. We've had individuals talk about their various programs that support young moms. It's been wonderful to connect individuals with a local organization so that they're able to learn more, so that they're able to get the resources that they need. The other cool thing about Ruth's Boutique is that people are given a bag. They're given a bag to shop. They are never given a bag with items in them. So what that does is that allows individuals to come in and pick out the things that speak to them. So what I might like when I go past the jewelry table would be something completely different than maybe someone else. And so it's neat to see individuals find something that really speaks to them and get really excited about the fact that they found something while they were shopping. The other unique thing about Ruth's Boutique is that we build relationships in this. So it wouldn't be uncommon for someone to tell us about what has been going on in their life and fill us in on their family. They'll even ask about our family sometimes because we build relationships during this program. The reason why I'm telling you this is I want you to understand how important that first step of the pathway is. They're all important, but that first step meets the very basic need. And if you have heard about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you know that those very basic needs need to be met before we can speak into anyone else's life any further. So I wanted to share that, give you kind of a deep dive into what Ruth's Boutique is, where it came from, what it does, how it's impacted people. We have served somewhere near 700 people in the past several years, just because we've built out those relationships. In fact, we have also gone out into the community and done various boutiques there as well. So it's just an important thing for you to know, and I want to thank you in advance for your support. And if you have any questions or if you want to get involved, please give us a call, 330-980-0729. Thank you.